Today was a great day for AMC, but on Twitter, the AMC CEO Adam Aaron was also kind of displaying and clarifying some of the items around the coming shareholders meeting, for which the biggest item on the piece is about the 25 million new shares that are, they need our vote. And if as of June 2nd, we were holding AMC stock, you'll be counted as a shareholder. We'll be receiving a note like this from your broker. All right, so I already made a video where I was disclosing with you what I'm gonna vote on, but feel free to also disclose that in the comment section if you're free to do so. But let's jump into what he said. Well, only reading your comments, he said you have until July 28 to do so, but please be sure to vote. Whatever opinion you may have on the matter, be vocal and vote. Let your view be heard and play an important role in the future of AMC. Well, he came back a couple of hours after and said, well, reading your comments on authorizing the 25 million shares, some fear this could spark short-term dilution. Proposal 1 clearly says the authorization cannot go into effect until January 1st, 2022. A full 6.5 months of share trading away. No immediate dilution is possible. And then clarifying, only if shareholders approve, we can use 25 million new shares starting only in 2022 and beyond for acquisitions, investments in growth, paying down debt, increasing cash. All will strengthen AMC. Vote no and you deprive AMC of a major tool to drive success on your behalf. Well, guys, as I mentioned multiple times on my video, the very first time we had the whole 500 million shares, issuance, I think from a business standpoint, it does make sense, because think about it, the 8.5 million shares they sold to Madrid Capital, they used that, they potentially are using that to acquire 2 new locations in California that will also increase the value of the company by, strengthening the balance sheet, especially when it comes to the revenues. Well, no denial from my part that from a business standpoint, it is, a smart move, especially if, we are talking about using that money for acquisitions, investing in growth and paying down debt. That will ultimately increase the cash positions, which is a good material when it comes to, the balance sheet of companies trading on a stock market. Well, where I'm not so sure is that you just never know. You just never know what will happen. Well, here's my thing, guys. Let me backtrack. Well, if the squeeze happens before 2022, well, maybe they will never ever have to use the 25 million new shares, okay? But if the squeeze doesn't happen before 2022, which I don't know exactly when it will happen, I'm not a storyteller, I'm not a future teller, so it's kind of in limbo. It doesn't really sit well with me knowing that we have that something, there, because, I don't know about you, but personally, me, after the squeeze, I'm keeping more shares or keeping some shares, just because I definitely saw this as a great play, and that's why it kept me into buying this even way back in April, May 2020, before this whole thing with the short squeeze started with Citadel. So this is my view, guys. Let me know what you guys think, but it's definitely a tricky point here, I can say.